Hi there, Code Conyo here. Welcome back to this lesson. So for today, I am going to discuss and tackle to you about the encryption process in Vigenere's hypertext. So recall that Vigenere's hypertext is actually a method of encrypting alphabetic text and uses a simple form of fully alphabetic substitution. So this or the said fully alphabetic cipher is actually based on substitution, hence we use multiple substitution alphabets. The encryption of the original text is done through Vigeneer tableau, which is projected to your screen, also known as Vigeneer square or Vigeneer table. Notice that the table consists of the alphabets written out 26 times in different rows, and each of the alphabets shifted cyclically to the left compared to the previous alphabet, which corresponds to 26 possible Caesar ciphers. So, just a trivia, Big Deer cipher was actually named after Blaise the Big Deer. However, in some books, it was Jovan Batista Bilaso or Bilaso who was the one invented Big Deer ciphertext or Big Deer encryption. So, uh, right here, let's now start uh, the steps in encrypting or sorry, in decrypting our plain text. Okay, so basically what we are going to do in doing or in encrypting and plain text out of a big year cipher encryption is that first is let's choose a I'm just gonna be using this one. So let's say we have plain text. Sorry, let's say we have a plain text of let's say plain text. Okay, so let's have a plain text. Let's say apple, and then we have a code or a key. Let's say pen. All right. So basically, what we are going to do in encrypting a plain text using Vigenere cipher encryption, we will need to pair each of the letter in the plain text to our code or key. So since our plain text is um, more than its code, so basically what we are going to do is we will repeat substituting or pairing the remaining letter of the plain text apple to our pen. So basically, here's what we will do. The first is you have the code A. So A and P will be paired, and then P and E will be paired. So then P and N will be paired, and then so the remaining letters are L and E. So since we already used up all the letters in our code, so we will repeat the P and E to and then we are going to pair it with the remaining letters which are L and P. So we do this by pairing L and P and then pairing E and E. Okay, and basically here's now our plain text and codes. So that's how you generate uh, code uh, for your in Vigenere cipher encryption. So before we'll proceed, um, in order for you to easily what we call this one encrypt, let's have put this as a legend as like this will be your text reference. Basically, this is your right your row, and then here this will be your column, and this will be your code, or this will be your key reference. Okay, so basically, and then for code, this will be your column. So again, usually our plain text is should most likely. to happen is like more than its code, because usually we only have like one word for our code, and probably our plain text would be a paragraph or like a sentence. Okay, so now we're going to do the encryption process. So to start with, you will need to pair A and B. So by pairing A and B, we'll look into the text reference. So the text reference in plain text, the first letter is actually A. So this one. So the other pair in key is actually P. So we have A and P. Okay. Therefore, you have here the P. So we will write the P here. And the next pairing will be P and E. P and E. So the intersection of P and E is actually T. So you will write here T. And then you have P and N. So P and N. So P and N, you have, right? So you have C, okay? And then L and P. So you have L, and then you have P. So L and P is LPA. So we have A, low pressure area. So you have L and P is actually A. I mean, the intersection of L and P is actually A. And then the intersection of E and E is, so we have E and E is actually I. All right. So this is our cipher text. It's basically like PT type. So notice that in Vigenere ciphertext, you have here two similar letters. I mean, which is P rather, and it notice that in Vigenere's in Caesar ciphertext, since we have a constant value of our key, most definitely this will be the ciphertext equivalent for this letters will be the same. Now, in Vignere Cipher, since we use a code or a letter to represent the code or the key, and it will be paired to each of the letter in our plain text. So, as you can see or notice, we arrive different ciphertext equivalent for both P letters in our plain text, which is T and C, which makes it a little bit secure compared to Cesar ciphertext. All right, so I guess that would be all for now, and then in the next video we will have um, decryption processing in Vignere Cipher. So thank you guys, and have a great day. Bye bye.